But we want to begin with a hot topic in California, housing. Several new housing laws just went into effect on January 1st, but there are many more that are set to take effect this summer. KSBY News reporter Ashley Stevens tells us about some of those laws and how they could affect you.
I'm Ashley Stevens covering your community in San Luis Obispo. California Governor Gavin Newsom signed 890 bills into law last year. Some of these new laws affect future renters and those with permanent mobility disabilities. Starting January 1st, some renters with mobility issues will be allowed to relocate to a more accessible unit within the same building with no increase in rent. Assembly Bill 1620 only affects rent-controlled properties with 5 or more units. The new law amends the Costa-Hawkins Act, which allowed landlords to reset rent-controlled apartment rates at market value for new leases, creating a challenge for disabled renters seeking accessible quarters without affecting their existing rental terms. Senate Bill 267 prohibits landlords from checking a potential renter's credit history, but tenants must still provide reasonable evidence to pay, such as government benefit payments, pay records, and bank statements. This also begins January 1st. SLO resident Kevin Bright, who has been both a landlord and a tenant, said if landlords do their homework, this shouldn't be an issue.
On some occasions, I'd call the previous landlords wherever they rented, and I would talk to them to make sure the person exists and they have some type of recommendation for the renter. The main thing is do your homework up front, and you get okay people.
One law is set to begin halfway through the year on July 1st. Assembly Bill 12 caps security deposits at 1 month's rent, even if the rental unit is furnished. However, Bright also says this might cause a rent increase.
Only do 1 month's rent. Okay, the supply is tight, demand is high. Pump the numbers.
Another issue is inflation. The dollar has lost its value over time, so the difference between your paycheck and amount you owe in rent continues to decrease.
People have less discretionary income. You come out of college or you come out of trade school or whatever you're doing, the numbers look good on paper. You can support yourself, but you look at what's left over at the end of the month, that's discretionary, and it's not much.
For a more extensive list on new California laws taking place this year, visit this web story on KSBY.com, where I will provide a link. In San Luis Obispo, Ashley Stevens, KSBY News.